Hello, and welcome back to Cardboard Decoy Plays Kerbal Space Program. As I had said, we are picking up right where we left off last time. And, yeah, let's go ahead and try to get this guy home now. Oh, it's going to slow down for us. It's very polite of it. I do not mind whatsoever. And then we will course correct to make sure that we will not crash into the moon, which looks like a very real possibility here. Okay, what's up? Oh, wow. Look at that crazy orbit. That orbit's so crazy. Alright, let's go ahead and... I'm thinking... We're going to experiment a little bit more with this. Orbital Mechanics 101.2863992. Okay. What is this doing to these numbers? Hey, here we go. This is kind of working. So what I'm doing is instead of hitting prograde, I'm making it... Oh, never mind. Ran out of fuel again. I know. Hold on. Standby. Instead of hitting prograde and going past the moon, which added a lot of energy to the orbital path, this would be so much better if I hadn't forgotten the dang pipes. Ding dangity pipes! We're going to try to alter the energy in the orbit so that it just sort of goes around the moon instead of through it. And by doing that, hopefully it won't add any more energy to our orbit around Kerbin and will bring us in much, much closer. That's the plan, that's the hope. And the dream, etc. Okay, cool. And let's do this one next. More pontificating. Let me see. I've been ungodly addicted to clicker heroes. I started with Cookie Clicker like a year ago, and then I played that for a while. And I was thinking to myself, like a couple months ago now. God, I was like, hey, whatever happened to that game? I should play it. They might have new buildings or something. And I start playing it, and I'm like, oh yeah, this is real fun. And I actually start like looking at the subreddit and all this other stuff, and people are like, "Hey, yeah, what are we? What's going on with updates?" They're like, "Oh, there's like no updates, pretty much. So don't worry about it. Here, play this." And then they put in a link for Clicker Heroes, which is a very similarly veined game. And then, like, because irony surrounds me at all times, like that was about the time that what you call it? Okay, would you stop firing randomly? That really scares me. Okay, oh god, what's it called? Extra Credits. There we go. Extra Credits ran their episode on idle games, and apparently they're catching more and more steam lately, and more people are making these sort of idle clicker games. And like, I found them all. I found like, well, Army Clicker. Don't go there if you're younger than 18. Although now, if you're younger than 18, you're almost certainly going to go there, just because one of the mini rewards is like pinups of the characters, and it's really stupid, but still, you know, whatever, it sells. Okay, apparently in the process of moving our fuel around, we are now clear of the moon. Okay, thanks for small favors, and we are actually considerably closer to Kerbin. So that was radial. We're going to remember that in the future. Radial is good. It shifted out our orbit just where we wanted it to, so we are now passing the moon, and all will be well. Next is Minmus Station Launcher. Let's go ahead and add a timer for that. There we go. Let's go ahead and jump to ship. I mean, they're all Minmus Station landers or whatever, so did I call it a launder? Because I'm sorry if I did, if that's offensive to you. I know my mom was a launder, and you know, she was actually very proud of it. No, I don't think that's a real thing that I can say in any context. Okay, why are you... Oh, you're slowing down to let me know that this is happening. Okay, that's fine. Delete on close. Okay. And I wonder if like a ship unceremoniously crashes, will it tell you? Like, it's like, hey, oh, by the way, this ship crashed, or it's about to, or something like that. That should be some prerequisite functionality, wouldn't you say? All right, we've got 3 hours till that happens anyway, so let's go ahead and go live to the action here, Johnny. All right. Okay, let's go ahead and point retrograde. Pull up our gears, which have been out this entire time, like goofy things, and then yeah, we're gonna land this thing. Hold on, I'm gonna fix the pretties real quick. It's bugging me. Let's just do ×4 and full res apply, and then we won't worry about the shadows or anything else for now. Okay, accept, resume flight. That didn't really seem to do much to the terrain there, but maybe we're still far off enough. Far enough up that it doesn't really matter. Let's see. Do I want a chance messing with the thrust? Yes, I do. Okay. Let's just do this very gently. Let's see what happens, basically. Good stuff. Can we point to the ground, maybe? I'm debating how I want to handle this, and, like, I want to get this thing on the ground right now. You know what I mean? Okay. Switch to stability assist, and maneuver our way to point to the ground here. Oh. Let's see if we can turn this the right way and then use our semi-functioning thrusters to our advantage here. Whoa, look at that. Okay, let's see. How's that actually firing? Okay, if we do this... No, that's not going to work, is it? They're just such an awkward position is the problem. Whoop. There we go. I can keep it pretty stable like this. Yeah, that's not working, is it? Okay, well... Well, we definitely shrank that pretty considerably. I guess our next best bet is to... we actually managed to raise the periapsis over there, so that's going to hurt. Let's go ahead and... What I want to do now is let's add a timer for apoapsis. And add alarm. Minmus station for 1 minute from apoapsis. We're going to try our best to actually balance out some of this fuel so we have 4 functioning thrusters. Which is... Let's see... Which one is the empty one? There we go. So we've got 21 in each. If we split that to 60, split 4 ways, that's 15. So let's see if we can pull off some coolness here. Okay. Okay. Wait, that wasn't smart at all, was it? Okay, hold on. 15 in this one. 17. That's pretty close. Okay. Let's see if we could do that again here. Okay. Whoa, that was... Let's do out, in. Okay. Sure. I don't know how to fuel mix, I just realized. Okay, 16, 16. That's 21, 26. Fingers crossed, everyone. Dang it. Okay, and... Yeah, basically fingers crossed at this point. This is going to be interesting. This is going to be real interesting. Okay, so, map. Oh, this is going to happen in 40 minutes? Okay, we're good. Let's go ahead and do this number, and then we're going to aim retrograde once we get over there. Fire whatever we have left. Hope nothing explodes. Again, I don't know what kind of dangers I'm getting myself into with this fuel mixing business, so this could be hilariously bad. Real quick. There we go. Quick saving. Hooray! Maybe slightly less death. This is rather harrowing, isn't it? Okay. And here we go. Here comes our timer. And delete on close. Thank you. And then let's see what happens if we do this. Alright, let's just go to 40. That'll work. And then speed everything up. Should be in like no time at all here. Alright. It's not going to let us go any faster, I think, because of the fact that we're about to enter the atmosphere with this ship, so we wouldn't be able to time warp with anyone else. That makes sense, right? I don't know. I've never tried. Okay. Let's go ahead and see what happens. We're going to time warp our way into the atmosphere and then try to play it cool and not scream like little girls. That's the plan, at least. At least. Oh, hey, maybe I should... 1? Is that going to work? Yes! Perfect. Okay, the hotkey still works for those. We're not going to lose our solar panels. That's just good habit to get into, especially if I do decide to start playing career mode, which seems almost like an inevitability at this point. Especially once I find out, I need to play career mode just a little bit and kind of get a feel for it. But definitely, since this game has now entered beta and is in its final stages of development, it's like, well, I'll probably play this particular playthrough. This LP is going to go on until I basically discover everything there is to discover. And then after that, it'll be wait around until most of the final features are present in the game, and then that will be the next time I start up another series on this. As it is with many of my Let's Play series, especially the early access ones. Let's see, yeah, we're losing apoapsis. And we're losing altitude. If altitude starts going back up, then I'm going to fire my thrusters because I am ready to land this thing. Alright. Yeah, we're losing quite a bit. This is aero braking, by the way. If you're really low on fuel or out of fuel or whatever, then you just dip into the atmosphere. The atmosphere will slow you down. Kill your apoapsis. You might have to... I've only had to do it like once in my off-camera play where it was like completely necessary, and it was arduous. I mean, it took at least 15 to 20 full orbits before I actually got down to reasonable height. It was, yeah, just insanity. But I was only hitting about, like, 59 kilometers or something like that. Not very high at all. It was a little dreadful. So it took quite a while for it to actually get to a point where it could safely land altogether. So let's see, we're already at periapsis, and I think I'm just going to go for it. Screw everything. I want to go home. I want to go home now. I want to go home. I want to go home. Getting bored of space. Want to go home. Want to go home. Want to go home. It's, of course, Space Fear, which is my personal lord and savior. Okay. I'm a little worried about flare out. I don't know what that's going to do. Hey, you know what? That wasn't so bad. Alright, next. This is where we start burning our... Whoa, hey, hello. Back gears, thank you. Why are you... Oh, hey, well, that's the gear button. There we go. The gear button is right next to the fire these things button. So, I'm still getting height. I don't want to get height. Don't give me height. Don't give me that height problem. Alright. And... Oh, man, it's going to circle around again. That's okay. We definitely... We've killed it enough that it's almost certainly going to land on the next pass. So let's go ahead and speed things up. It's not going to speed up anymore because I'm in the atmosphere. Wonderful. Okay, let's do quick save. We're going to go ahead and do ×4. See what happens, basically. I mean, we should be still losing apoapsis. Like, we should be just constantly losing more and more velocity as we pass through the atmosphere here. So, worst comes to worst, what's going to end up happening is I just won't ever leave the atmosphere, and it'll be a very, very slow deceleration and descent at ×4 speed. Let's see, can I move up yet? No, okay. We got to actually leave the atmosphere. Yeah, because it looks like I'm not really going up that high anymore. So, it's just slowly going to be continuously, or I basically just said that, but yeah, it's going to just bleed off speed continuously here for the next pass around, and then we will eventually get to a point where it will just be basically a self-sustaining process of speed removal. Atmospheric speed removal. There we go. There's a completely bullshit technical term I invented. Okay. That's... The orbit music just started up, so now we can speed this back up. There we go. And please don't land on the dark side. That would just be irritating to me. Ah, here we go. We're losing velocity. Let's go ahead and make sure we're pointed in roughly the right direction. Okay, well, you know, we're going to let the computers handle this. I'm not doing it. It's going to take a little bit, apparently. Okay. I think RCS, like the actual navigation computers, don't take into account RCS, because I've had it do some really wild things, but much, much better without RCS. And I want to blame specifically the fact that RCS is pretty dang powerful on the fact that everything kind of wobbles out of control like that. There we go. We're back to ×1. Now, this should be a fairly simple process of landing. Let's go ahead and get to the action. Come on. I'm bored. You're boring me. You're taking too long. Get down out of the sky. Out of the sky with you. Again, we did use quite a bit of fuel on this one because we were experimenting with how to change orbits over the moon. So maybe not the best example ship of how all of this would have turned out altogether. But still, regardless, not a bad gig overall. Let's see, altitude, okay, 500, minimum pressure 0.01, or 0.01. I had the right number of O's and everything, just in the wrong sequence there. Okay, let's hopefully, if we can dip down to this part of the atmosphere, we should be good. Okay, I like that camera change. Camera change is a good sign. And yeah, it looks like we are probably going to land right around here. So if I had to guess, we are going to be landing any moment now regardless. So, alright, let's see what happens. Kind of want to watch this on the map. Yep, there we go. There we go. Oh, we're going to land a lot sooner than I thought. Fantastic. I'm okay with this. It's going to be a water landing, which is a little as far as I'm concerned, but it's a landing nonetheless, and I will take it. So let's go ahead and... What the hell? Deploy landing gears. We'll wait for this to get down a little bit further. It's going to be altitude 500, and we're going to land on the water, so let's see what happens with our re-entry vector here and our landing gears out. Again, not all physics have been implemented. Once they do actually input or put deadly re-entry in place, that will be sad days for me because I am completely terrible at remembering things that are already super vital, like parachutes and whatnot. Like, it's a miracle I put parachutes on these at all. By now, I should have been freaking out and going, oh my god, I don't want to spacewalk with parachutes, that sucks. But no, I actually remembered. Now, just imagine, just one really easy step. Put a heat shield anywhere to keep from dying whenever you get back. And I'm just going to be completely at a loss, that's all there is to it. It's going to be bad. The first few return trips are just going to be completely ignominious and not at all fun for me. So, but either way, I'm really glad to be wrapping up this Minmish mission. This does signify the end of a very significant Kerbal Space Program era on this particular video series, because after this, we're going to do some cleanup, which means get the bus to bring everyone back home, crash the station, and then go through and delete all of the crap that's floating around in space unnecessarily at the moment, which is quite numerous indeed. And that will be really good. And then we'll start talking interplanetary. Interplanetary is going to be good stuff. But let's see how this all turns out, and then what our science can buy us, and we can go from there with our decision-making processes. Okay, it's starting to self-correct itself towards the ground, which is a good sign. I'm quick saving so I can fast forward a little bit because this is just tedious as all hell. Okay. Doesn't look like anything major catastrophic is going to happen. This is a pretty stable design. It doesn't have anything that's going to wobble everywhere, so we don't really need to worry. And we're at 2 kilometers, 1 kilometer, or well, now we're at 2 kilometers. Now we're at 1 kilometer. And parachutes deploy. Parachutes deploy! Thank you! Holy crap. Oh, Jesus. Don't do that to me. You're supposed to deploy at 500 meters. What's the story, bro? Altitude, 500. Yeah, see? I guess I could have set it to something else if I really wanted. Minimum pressure. Yeah, whatever. Man, you can set those to things. I didn't realize that. Okay, we made it. For a second there, I was pretty sure the parachutes were going to fail, or I did something wrong, or the fact that we deployed them in space broke them. But we are just barely... Wow, that's cool as shit. Oh my god. Okay. Best landing angle ever. We have landed. Let us recover this vessel. That was amazing. That was some... I kind of wish I could smoke some of the great state of Washington's legal marijuana and then just sit there and watch that over and over. Wow! 447 science earned. Not as much as I was thinking, but still a lot. That's one more of the current tier that we're working on. So there we go. Ted Bree is home. That gives us 808 science, which is, yeah, you know what? We could buy anything we want to now. But let's go ahead and get everybody else home, and then we will do full-on shopping, and the shopping will be good. Tracking station. It doesn't matter where we go to, just so long as we pick someone to track. Let's go to Kerbal Mapping Satellite, which will also be decommissioned until I can find a replacement add-on for the very cool satellite mod that I had that no longer functions. Oh, look at this thing. Look at it. It's just so cute. All right, jump to ship. All right. Where are we at on time? Oh, you know what? This video is pretty much over. So I'm gonna get a bunch more steps done, and then we'll come back, kind of like I did a couple videos ago with like the last couple of ships, and then all will be well. Let's go to map. Interesting. Okay, no, this is what it's supposed to do. All right, we're good. Then Minmus Station Lander, 4 days and 5 days. Okay, we got good time spread on all of these. Okay, wait for it. But yeah, this has been Cardboard Decoy playing Kerbal Space Program. That's so weird. I don't know if this is like a bug or what, but sometimes the escapes like go way the hell over there, and it doesn't make any sense. Okay, can we? There we go. Sanity has returned to us. Fantastico. But yeah, so if you've enjoyed, please like, comment, and subscribe, yada yada, and I will see you next time. Have fun.